Jay-Z's daughter down in Cambridge. It's out. I'm not leaking shit I know. Yeah, I knew. So by now I got about over close to $250,000 in my trunk.
So to have that person that I looked up to most in the world removed out of your life is like a traumatic experience.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Lionel B Show, man. Right now, live, man, we got the infamous DeHaven Irby. Now, the man that needs no introduction, Jay-Z's former homeboy, the inspiration for the first album, Reasonable Doubt, the one that taught Jay-Z how to move them packs, and also the executive producer of the compelling documentary, Marcy Made. Now, y'all got to watch this for real, man. Lionel B watched it, and I'm telling y'all, it's definitely worth the watch. DeHaven, now that's available on, is that Vimeo on demand?
That's Vimeo on demand.
Okay. Now, some of y'all with a smart TV, man, like go on Vimeo. Y'all can look for it on there, download it, you know what I'm saying? Or what's the link? What's the link, DeHaven, for that?
Well, you could go on my Instagram page, right? Go to my bio. You go to my Instagram page, the Marcy Made series. Hit the link in the bio, man. It'll take you right there, nonstop, express.
Well, we definitely, man, appreciate you coming on to the show with us, man. Like, you know, your name has been buzzing. You went viral. What was that, like, what, 10, 11 years ago?
13
years ago. You went viral, man. That's back when I don't even think YouTube was paying back then, man. You would have had a whole bag on that video, bro.
Man, if I would have been ready for it, if I would have had a product then, any kind of product.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was done out of feelings and emotions. So
I feel you.
You know, it got my point across.
And I mean, I think most human beings can understand, man, that feeling like, you know, somebody you grew up with, you know, and y'all kind of went through things. Of course, you're gonna have feelings like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Jay-Z was kind of more like a brother to you versus just like a friend, pretty much, right?
Way more, yeah, brother. I mean, that was his label, my little brother.
Got you.
So from the beginning, we're talking 4th grade.
Yeah. Now, one thing I was interested that I didn't actually see, and the reason why I'm asking this because I used to own a magazine back in it was around about 2008, and I actually interviewed Jaz-O, and at that time, Jaz-O, he had nothing nice at all to say about Jay-Z. He was pretty much saying, yo, if that dude was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him, and he hangs around a lot of yes men, but they've since pretty much, you know, came back together. Where was Jaz-O at the time you and Jay-Z was doing your thing?
Jaz-O was there early on, you know what I'm saying? Jaz-O been around day one. 90. Jaz-O been around, you know, I can't recall when they first met because I met Jaz-O through Jay.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But he lived on the other side of Marcy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He lived on the other side of Marcy, but other than seeing Jaz-O, like as far as when the music came about, Jay brought him to me, you know. So
okay,
I mean, I could recall them two. I could recall, you know, Jay bringing him to me, Jazz, you know, he's into the music, and that was it. So
Jaz-O didn't really rock with y'all like that when y'all was doing y'all thing in Trenton and Cambridge and places like that.
Nah.
Okay, he was more on the music tip.
Jazz was into his music. Jazz, you gotta understand, Jazz already had a deal. Jazz was all into the music already.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Jazz, he didn't have any parts. You know, he wasn't around us on them aspects. You know, when we was in Maryland and Trenton and all that. They knew each other, but Jazz never played that end of the circle. You know, from the outside, he probably, you know, could pick up, but you know, good that they got back together. You know, if everybody's happy out of that.
So you feel like, I mean, at some point, y'all got to be able to repair stuff because, you know, if Jaz-O can have major beef with him like that, but I think y'all's story is a lot more deeper than what him and Jaz-O went through, though.
Right. I can't have a say on that. That's always been surprising to me. Like, all his makeups. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, all his makeups has been surprising to me, you know. I stopped wrecking my brain trying to figure that out. You feel me? Why somebody don't want to, you know, what is the deal? Why they moving around you? Why they trying to write you out? You know what I'm saying? You could think about that for a while, but that kind of like drove me in another place where I had to come back out of that. Because, you know, trying to figure out why man do things in certain situations, man, you just don't know. And to the end result where, you know, God, where you can see, look back and see like, okay, I see why God played it like this. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to happen like this. But other than that, man, I don't know, man. I don't know why I ain't sat down with him,
Right.
or even a family member, you know.
Now, are you opposed to having to sit down with him at some point?
I don't know. I ain't never opposed to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm like where I'm at now in a good space. I ain't opposed to it. I don't hate him. You know what I'm saying? Like every man get a fair shot to sit down and put his thing up, to put it all on the table, especially with your homie.
Right.
If y'all went wrong, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't oppose that, but I'm not going it's not going to wreck my life if he didn't.
I feel you. Do you think if he watches Marcy May, you think he's going to be upset if he watches that?
Nah.
You don't think so?
It wasn't. I didn't shoot that. I shot that for him to watch.
Got you.
I mean, it's nothing on there that to make him feel like, I'm bashing. It's all truth.
So nothing was alleged. Everything was like, okay, this is the facts right here. And you told your side of the story. This is all people just told my side of the story. It was more done the documentary was more done to show what the YouTube was about. Got you. You understand? Because people couldn't understand the sacrifices that I made. They like, yo, why this dude so angry and and this and that and that. It brought out hate in me, but I wanted the masses to see why I was so angry. Everybody got a right to be angry. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when you see Marcy May, even down to where people was like, advocating like, why you acting like he owe you something? He owe you something. He owe you something. Which I thought from the beginning, no lie. Like I still feel like you owe me a sit down. And that's no value. That don't have no money. But the fact that people was like, and I felt like, yo, you owe me. And then it started to change to it wasn't about money. Like you owe me the respect to sit down and hear me out. You know what I'm saying? But then I said, this is what I'll do. I get my life together, get stuff straight, get organized, and I'll do a documentary about my life. Right? Gotcha. So I do this Marcy May documentary, and now everybody that see it, if you read the comments, everybody be like, yo, man, he owe you. If he don't owe you, he owe your family. He owe you, He owe you, you know what I'm saying? I no longer say it. I just let the film speak for itself. Definitely with the part about, your mom and y'all was basically taking Jay-Z family in and Gloria, and they was the best of friends. Like y'all was all, probably having cookouts, block parties and all of that. So now not even a phone call, nothing. Hey, how you doing? Actually not going to funerals that people they used to actually rock with. So it seems like there's a really heavy grudge there, man. Like that's crazy. Yeah. It seemed that way. Is it a grudge or it's just that it's something I can't explain, but like I said, I stopped trying to think about what it is about them. You know what I'm saying? What's the disrespect? How no. If it was just about me, that's what I'm saying. If it was just about me, some bro nigga street, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's easy to brush off. You feel me? I would have felt that was easy to brush off. That shit come and go. Right. But when you start looking at the documentary and seeing the players involved, the people, you know what I'm saying? Your earth. Nah, ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing about nothing. You don't hear nothing if you feel like somebody even played on your earth intelligence. You feel me? Right. That's real. For you not to be acknowledged, man, you know what I'm saying, for what she done, for what the help she put in. You know what I'm saying? Not to say, hey, not on a Mother's Day or whatever. Right. Nah, son, I feel like you robbing for love. It's not you rob my peoples for love. No, not like we screaming for attention, but you gonna acknowledge my folks, man. Yeah, that's real. And when you start getting arrogant, like you ain't showing up, you don't acknowledge it, or whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with value or money. It's just respect on what it is. Right. So when you show no respect for mine, you know what I'm saying? How are we supposed to act, man? So you're right. No, I know your mom did. I think she mentioned one part of the documentary that if he was to see her across the street, he probably wouldn't even speak. You think that's pretty accurate?
I don't know. If she say that and she feel that, that's pretty accurate on the way he moved now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way he moved now. I could see that happening. An incident like that wasn't too far fetched that it happened. You know what I'm saying? His mom and them throw a basketball tournament every year in Marcy. Okay. And his mom show up. They don't walk across the street and go see my mom's.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you can't tell me that it's not no feelings there. You feel me? So that right there.
Now Jay-Z, he was actually on the Letterman show, and you actually put that in your documentary as well, where he was basically telling Dave like, "Yo, I used to make $2,000 a day." That part right there. So you know what I'm saying? That's real. And y'all was kind of chuckling about it. So was he was kind of embellishing pretty much, right? So y'all was a whole team, but he's kind of taking some of your stories and making it into his own stories. Is that how you feel? Or no?
No, that ain't how I feel. He did that shit. That was my route, my nigga. It ain't like he making up a story. Nah, nigga, that was a story, but it just was my story. That was my paper route. It was a paper route, man. Like I think I just said that in the last interview and shit. Like, well, how you get so much money at a young age? Nigga, I had a serious paper route. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That shit was taken down. But we characterized as the paper route though from state to state too. I had a decent paper route, up 95 throughout 95. So
yeah, I want to get into that. I want to get into those YUGO stories, man. I definitely want people to, give them a little tidbit. So we definitely want them to watch the documentary. But that YUGO stuff, man, that took me out, bro. I was like, that's genius right there. It's like some cowboy type stuff. How y'all was moving?
Yo, exactly, man. I mean, and I started, like I said, I started that out myself when I left Jay and them in Trenton when I was moving down in Maryland. You feel me? Right. So, that's exactly how, I always knew the highways, man, because I've been going out of state for a minute, but I also knew about racial profiling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew how to move. You know what I'm saying? And I had always messed with the right, profile or couriers, That's like the main situation to being a hustler in that game. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see how Tony Montana brokered the deal on how to get that to Miami.
Right. That's real.
It's a way. They all knew the route. Like, nah, we got this at 9-5. I knew them routes. I knew Delaware. I knew New Jersey. I knew up and through these holes. Like, it's a route.
True.
And that route turned into like 50,000 a week.
Damn.
See, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, it made sense. So when I saw him when he did that shit, I thought that was mad funny. You know what I'm saying? Because he took it all the way back to the paper route. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. I enjoy it now because now it's like, yo, I get it. I feel what I mean? I get he ain't want to tell these stories together, then he want to tell them by himself. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So be it. And he gonna just, not. And this is why I done the documentary, because they'll write you out, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? They'll write you out.
So Jay-Z kind of doing the Soulja Boy stories, like he the superhero and everything. It was like 20 gunmen and he pow, 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 and he shot that when he turned it like that kind of thing. So Jay-Z kind of
he mentioned who he want to mention. He puts in his stories who he want to. You know what I'm saying? He still put them in people in his stories, but when it comes to me, it's on some black, straight. Nah, don't say that name.
On a Reasonable Doubt, what was it? Is it Dead Presidents where he mentioned socks sprayed up? That was Dead Presidents, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He didn't drop your name in that, but he basically talked about a certain incident that happened between two of y'all.
Right. When I got shot, messing with, it wasn't messing with him. I got set up by my connect.
Damn.
And I didn't want nothing to happen to him. Plain and simple. So, I took that. When I say I took that, I literally took that, you know what I'm saying, and ended up with a bullet in my back, and he put it on record.
Damn.
It was a bad situation, all part of the game, all the bullshit that come with the game.
I would say that alone is worth a conversation at some point.
You see yeah. Now you see why so much, like people have to see what I sacrificed for me to be mad. People like, why this dude's so mad? But the way I said it on the YouTube, man, it really displayed hate.
Right.
Yeah,
you was going at everybody. You was going at Tata. You was I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you went at Emery on there. You didn't go at Emery, but you did see Emery like years after he was released from prison, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I advocated for him for a minute until I felt like, he wasn't going to do right by me at all.
Wow.
Everything he shot my way, was blanks. So he chose his side.
So it was basically like Emery, it was Buzz, it was Panama, it was you and Jay. Like, so y'all was doing the paper route together. Y'all was back and forth between New York, Trenton, and also Cambridge, right? Cambridge, Maryland.
Yeah.
So y'all spent a little bit of time in Cambridge.
A lot of time in Cambridge.
In Cambridge.
We got offsprings down there.
Oh, not kids, not kids in Cambridge. No. So I'm gonna lead into this, bro. Like I ain't gonna put you on the spot, man.
But we talk about we got family. We got family down there.
Wow.
Cambridge embraced me, man. I got family. I consider them family.
Yeah.
I'm a different breed. It's something about when you let me walk in your crib, man. When you let me walk in your casa, in your house, in your home, and I see family and I see kids, I'm family. That's right. I don't think that's just how I rock. Like, I'm not bringing you around my loved ones if you know what I'm saying, it's genuine like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how Cambridge accepted me, and then they accepted everybody behind me on my behalf. That's what I'm saying? So, we made family there. We was there for years.
But they was never like, oh, these New York dudes coming down here. So it was never nothing like that between you and the Cambridge, like, G's out there.
Nah. You know why? Because I came first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I came and I created a presence. I created my character. Don't carry that. Right. Plus, Cambridge don't get it f***ed up. It's a country town, but Cambridge ain't having nobody coming in and think they taking something.
Right.
So I didn't come on. I don't know. It ain't like no New York movie where you come down and niggas take up and set up shop. Nah.
Like Belly.
I said, man. Right. Yeah. That shit ain't like that, man. I came down and it really was about money.
Right.
I showed these niggas a whole different level of money. I took it to show these niggas a whole new level. And you know what it is once money, money, power, then respect, and it all came with it.
I could dig that.
Yeah.
A question for you too, man. I know one part of your doc. See, I don't want to give out too many tidbits of documentary, man. But there's certain people, they gonna watch this thing after they see this video. They got to, because the video, like, he say some things that's gonna make y'all be like, dang. So there was one time where y'all was in Cambridge. I don't know if it was the projects or some apartments out there, and you had to save jayz because somebody's boyfriend came home that, so a chick he was dealing with, and he had to jump out the window, and they was about to get on his head.
Oh no.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was incidents like that. It was
crazy
incidents like that, and don't get it up. He had to jump out the window. I mean, Jay didn't have that in him, because shorty boyfriend wasn't one of those walk in the park. So
yeah, he
had to. He was, you know what I'm saying. And that was just his MO. He wasn't about to go against that.
Was it bottom floor, second floor, third floor? Like what?
Nah, it wasn't that kind of situation where he gonna break his leg. You know what I'm saying? And nothing like that. But we all been in that situation. Right,
really. Right.
I mean, any real man that been out here, that been creeping.
Right.
Yeah, we all face that situation. So it ain't like it's some sucker.
Right.
You gonna jump out the window? Or you gonna hide in the closet? That's worse. Or you gonna face up? You know what I'm saying? It depends on which character of nigga you are. You feel me?
That's real.
Some are hide under the bed. You know what I mean?
Boy, that sound like a nightmare right there, man.
Yeah, but you know, it's all come with the game. It was funny and shit to us and shit, but you know, that's just shit that happens, bro.
I
And,
feel
you
you.
know, we laugh at that. You know.
Pretty much Dame Dash don't really deal with Jay-Z as far as I know. Have y'all had any conversations since that Myrtle Beach situation that y'all with that blow up y'all had?
Oh, me and Dane?
Yeah.
Nah,
Not at all.
nah, nah.
You still got issues with him,
And
or
to be
would you be okay to
Nah, to be really, nah, to be honestly, yo, I don't know, I don't know. I have reached out to Dane prior after that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I think about 2 times. You know what I'm saying? With no response. Nah, you know, you know, well, I feel that way with Dane.
Bring back the man in you, not because you need to, but because you will want to. Improve your weight room and bedroom performance with the all-new VasoFlux for Men natural dietary supplement. This unique blend of barks, roots, herbs, and vitamins is nature's way of keeping you in the game. And all for under $10. You can order yours today. Visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today.
Anyway, still, like, I still feel some type of way because he never, like I said, he never asked me was I when I was facing a bad situation. Neither.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess he still had that bad taste in his mouth from the South Carolina situation too. And that shit was just that was actually like a point where I started to see like Jay ain't handled like this like he would be the weak link in a chain if niggas was looking outside in. At that point, that South Carolina trip, I really thought Jay should have stepped up and a lot of things would be much different.
So you thought he pretty much had a little bit more power in Rockefeller than what he actually did. So he was kind of more so like the poster child, but he didn't really have no, you know what I'm saying, no way to de-escalate the situation. So I'm just trying to figure out like how he, you know, not have no power.
There's only one to do. It's only one way to de-escalate the situation. If your nigga respect you,
Right.
If I say yo, don't with her, don't with her.
Right.
You feel me? You know, we homies. And if you got something to say about that, son, we go elsewhere tonight, tomorrow, whatever. We handle that elsewhere, not in front of nobody where a nigga be like, nah, that's the weak link chain. That's the weak link in the chain right there.
Right. You actually came to Dame Dash's defense too, because some dude hit him with a bottle and you came in and, you know, he basically ran to you because I guess y'all used the muscle pretty much, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say I was a muscle, but I wasn't gonna let nothing happen to Jay. I mean, if you call it muscle, when I was fucking with him, I'm not gonna let nothing happen to him. I'm not anybody that he bring along me. I'm not gonna let them happen to him. So that's how I respected Dame. I mean, that's how Dame respected me. Like, yo, if you got a problem, he looked at me to handle the problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's just my intelligence and how my vibe for me not to carry out that type of situation. You see where it got me? Because when we was in South Carolina, the way he acted, you understand what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It's like, yo, you want me to handle a real street situation for you, but you would look at this little business affair that we could work out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna blow the top?
Right.
Shit don't make sense. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy times, man.
Yeah, when you start to look at shit, you know what I'm saying, and start to see people change and they character and forget who you are, forget who they are when they start getting some money, especially people that never had it.
Yeah, that's real.
You gotta come from where nigga ain't never had it.
That's real.
You know?
I don't think some people don't know how to really humble themselves, man. And sometimes, unfortunately, those are people that end up losing everything. And the same ones they kind of, you know, stone or whatever, then it, you know, then maybe the same ones you actually need later on.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And then sometimes it is supposed to be an aggressive approach, but know who your friends are. Know who you know who helped you. And that was the whole point thing. That was another whole issue. Like, well, damn, I helped you build this.
Right, exactly.
What the hell really going on here? You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Like, nah, man. Nah, you're not gonna sun me. So, you know, it like like I said, you could tell your growth, man, when you look back and you look at that shit and see, like, yo, I'm glad I'm not a part of certain situations.
Right.
It just was meant. It just was meant to be that way.
Now them YUGO trips, man. You pretty much had a mule pushing the whip for you, or was you in the car as well?
Nah, I was in the car with that. Son.
Oh, okay. What was the cover up story? That's my granddad driving. Like, what y'all was gonna use for the story?
You know what I'm saying? Who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me and my grandpa's with 3 bricks in the car, 4 bricks in the car? Who's gonna YUGO?
So it wasn't no fear when y'all was taking them trips, man. You weren't nervous, like, dang.
Nah, I had no fear. Like I said, I have been stopped. Yo, I've been stopped on the highway of the New Jersey turnpikes and all this so many times. The police knew. Like, I just really started to understand what profiling is, racial profiling and all that shit. So then I was like, yo, it's a way you're supposed to do this shit. If I ain't with somebody, I'm gonna be on a suit and tie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be in a different kind of car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see briefcases and all that shit. Like, you know, or pay top dollar. You know,
moving smart.
Yeah, that shit was easy.
So okay, you say you ain't got no beef with Dame. How are you and like Tata? Y'all, you ain't really mentioned Tata. You don't rock with him no more?
Nah, I mean, I ain't got no beef with, really, it's no beef with none of them.
Right.
I don't rock with them no more. They don't rock with me, I don't rock with them no more. And if you ask me why, you ask them why they don't rock with me, I would like to know that too. But those are all individuals, everybody I mentioned, like, I went hard for.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say your name or something if I ain't gonna feel like I ain't go hard for you. You know what I'm saying? So to act like I ain't go hard for you for some reason, like if Jay not talking to me, you not, and we from the home front. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no excuse for that. No.
Right.
You got people that say, yo, you got friends that I've been around for 25 years that sit here and tell me, yo, you know, I really don't want nothing to do with you and Jay. Y'all both my friends. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I want to stay neutral. Okay. But when I look on your page, you only supporting Rock Nation shit.
and not Marcy like Mays, so that's not neutral.
Nation. So how is it neutral when you only win Rock Nation shit, son? You feel me? Like, I don't understand this shit. Like, you neutral. You know what I'm saying? So I let it be, man, because you get to see who people really are, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. So yeah, same with Ty. Like I said, I don't mention nothing nobody I ain't look out for. If Ty, you know, he always felt like, you know, last time I was face to face with him, his words was like, you know, I really don't have nothing to do with it. Okay, you don't have nothing to do with it. What's up with our shit?
Right,
you know, I thought we with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you looked out for Tata, because, you know, some of y'all that's watching the video, y'all may not know. Tata, you know, he came to Maryland, correct? He was in Maryland with y'all, right? And
yeah, he was among our circles, yes.
Okay. And basically he got kicked out of somewhere he was staying in, and you let him come through and all of that, right?
Exactly. You know, he was down in there with a circle of us, man. And sometimes he didn't get treated that right. You know what I'm saying? And I made sure he was good. I made sure he had a roof over his head. And prior to Maryland, like I said, Ty's from around the way. He's from Marcy. Okay. So, you know, I've worked with him way before that, before Maryland. But I just don't see, like I said, nigga tell you quick, you don't have nothing to do with that, but you don't with me. What happened? You know? I feel you. You know, so
now is he still rocking with Jay-Z? Because I think I read somewhere where they still rocking together, right?
They still rock, man. They still together, yo.
Oh, okay.
But you know,
have you had anybody from Cambridge reach out to you recently about, you know, anything that's going on in the news? I don't want to say too much on that, because we, you know, there's kind of a story floating around. Have people been trying to get you to talk about it?
Situation with Jay-Z's daughter down in Cambridge. It's out. I'm not leaking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's out. A lot of questions that I get about it. Did I know? Yeah, I knew. I knew. Since she was a baby, I knew. Yeah. Did they know? Yeah. I'm gonna let them explain that story. Everybody knew. This shit ain't like really no secret. Right. You know what I'm saying? what I have to do with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to ride her wave or, you know, I didn't, like I said, I felt like all this time, I never had said nothing. It's not my business.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? That's some, you know, that's some whole level, you know what I'm saying, to be putting children out. You
I respect
that. And on that, I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause especially like I ain't been the best parent at that time and in those years myself. So me saying something was definitely a catch-22.
I respect that. That's a real answer right there, homie. That's a real answer because, you know, even though y'all was beefing and all of that, you still follow that code to where like, look, I ain't finna dig up all this dude dirty laundry. I'm gonna talk about what me and him going through, not sit here and gossip about the dude and all that. So I respect you on that, homie.
Yes, I had to, man. It wasn't gonna be no gain from that shit, but people would have just really hated on me more.
Right.
But I'm glad she came out. You know what I'm saying? I hope things work out for her, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, you know, it's real though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cambridge is definitely right now. Hollywood got the spotlight on Cambridge right now.
Oh
know?
Man, laser
I know
focus.
that.
I've actually spoke to Letitia, man. I spoke to her on social media the other day. Got a chance to speak with her and also with her aunt, man. So,
nice.
And they pretty much saying, man, they don't want no money. They just want to be acknowledged. And then you got some people that they looking at her like, yeah, well, the ones that don't want to see it, they were like, oh, she don't look like. I'm like, come on, y'all are blind, but they look identical, man.
One thing for me, I came out with nothing but telling the truth. I'm not gonna put my name to nothing.
Right,
I'm not gonna put my credibility to nothing.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know how y'all call receipts and all this and paperwork. You know what I'm saying? It's official. You know, it's official. Gotcha. Ain't no ducking that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I think that shit like that's it's a wonderful that she says like, yo, it don't have nothing to do with no money. She needs to know who her dad is and what she went through and the experiences, you know, coming up from a child. She's supposed to get what she deserved, man.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
It ain't about no money, but it's definitely about, you know, doing the right thing.
Even if it's a relationship, that would be, you know, even if it's a phone call, like, you know, let her cry her tears or whatever she's feeling, like, you know, feeling at the time, man. Like, I'm pretty sure that'll help her through life, man. It, you know,
man.
Somewhat.
Listen, we men, ain't no even if it's a phone call. Yo, you my blood. This is gonna. Everything changes.
Handle that.
That's my perspective. You feel me?
For real.
You my blood. It ain't no round and I'm just gonna call you and shout you out. Okay, this and that. In my heart, as a man, you my blood. Well, it's like what else to do but take care of my fam.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
You said a mouthful on that, homie.
I mean that shit saying that you know, anything she deserves is a phone call. No, anything she deserves is a father, the real father.
That's
and
real.
He stepped the up.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Could easily help her out. Could easily, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you busted. Yo, you know how they say you busted.
That's real.
When the police pull it out your pocket, well, you know, what are you trying to do? There's nothing else to do.
Real talk.
Out the trunk. It's in the trunk. What you gonna say? It's over, yo.
Real talk.
It's in your possession, man.
You know what they gonna say? You know what they gonna say? They gonna say that ain't mine. I don't know how that got there.
No, we don't play them games.
Right.
Yeah, they gonna say that. Oh nah, not after you gave me consent to search, nigga. Yo, you busted, man. Come on,
For sure.
Like, no go Jayz aside though. You know, me as a man, you know, you come to me correct, and it is correct. You know what? I tried them. It was a cowardly move, and I got busted, or whatever it may be.
Right.
Or if, you know, it is time. God wanted it to happen. It happened, so you gotta respect that. Plain and simple. Yeah. If you feel like she deserve only a phone call, homie, you know, you might not get that best father award, but hey, you stepped up. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. I know me personally, I could never, man. You know what I'm saying? I got an older, she 21, and all of my kids is in my life, man. I don't care, you know, where life ever took me or where I was ever at, man. Like, nah, them kids, bro, they always somewhere, you know.
Right.
Always somewhere in my heart. Either they with me or they getting a call from me, you know, several times a week, several times a day, man. That's just, I feel like that's why the story like touched me so deep, because I'm like, man, being a single parent, I'm like, bro, like that's crazy. And you can afford to do all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, man. Like, wow, bro. Yeah. But D-Haven, man, so, bro, we definitely thank you, man, for being on the Lionel B Show, man. Much success to your project, man. Marcy made. Y'all need to watch it, man. Again, man, give them your Instagram link. I'm gonna have it on here, but give them to them how they.
Man. All right, man. Keep us #1, man. You know, definitely, and I appreciate you for having me on the show, man. For sure. You guys can see it. You go on the Marcy Made series. You can hit that link in the bio. It take you straight there to Vimeo. Download it. It's a good watch. I got some extra bonus footage coming out soon, man, because, you know, people want to know, well, what's the case in point and ending, and what did you get to learn from this? It's a lot more, man, that you can learn educational-wise. As far as, man, a lot of people say, yo, what, you know, I tell these kids about, they be like, man, you made so much money, but, you know, where it's at? And I started explaining to them about, now, well, this is where the education part comes in at, you know? Right. Because I wasn't educated. You see why? School, I didn't say in school and learn how to hold on to the money. You see what I'm saying? So all the money I made, it wasn't worth it at all because I didn't know how to keep it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of, you're going to learn something from this documentary and about trust and about betrayal and how to deal with it. You know,
definitely an educational watch, man. Definitely an educational watch, man. Learned a lot on there. It's a dope video, y'all. It's on. I'm telling y'all, man. And also support black business, man. Y'all gotta support black business, man. Y'all definitely go spend money on everything else. Them, you know, y'all go to the movie theater and go watch movies that we ain't even in the movie. You know what I'm talking about? So we got somebody real. We got somebody real. Y'all support that, man.
But furious, all jokes aside, man. And after this, man, when it's all said and done, man, to look for the Marcy Made series, man. When we start shooting the film, the film, the actually joint like Power, so you can see it from the beginning.
That's what I want to see too, like, bro. I'm gonna be on it, man.
The Reasonable Doubt. You're gonna be seeing the Reasonable Doubt on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Epic.
That's crazy. All y'all so, hip hop fans, man. Regardless of which side, man. Come on, y'all got it. I know it's about to be lit, bro. Do your thing on there, man.
Peace and love, baby.
Peace and love, D-Haven. Stay up, bro.
All right, one.